From the BiffNet Studios World Headquarters in Spring, Texas, it's Barry on Deck, hosted by former ESPN Houston radio host and stand-up comedian Barry Laminack, starring Oliver the Cat. Written by Barry Laminack, produced by Barry Laminack, directed by, you guessed it, Barry Laminack. Featuring sports, entertainment, special guests, film sessions, and some drinking. Okay, a lot of drinking. Viewer discretion is advised. And now, here's your host, Barry Laminack.
What's up, you damn dirty deckheads? Welcome to Barry on Deck. Well, that sounds weird. I am your host, Barry Laminack. What is happening? Thank you guys for being here. Do I hear echo? Today is Monday, June 2nd, 2025. And this is episode number 948 of Barry on Deck. Welcome to the show, welcome to the program. I'm not sure why I'm hearing echo. Is anybody else getting echo? Is it just me? As long as it's just me, I can fix it. As long as it's... Jeff, that's better. It's about time. Let me just, let me pull up the old... Oh, I know. It's these new headphones Daddy's got. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, Nora got me new, Daddy got new Beats. Daddy got new Beats for, his birthday. I need to fix this. Hold on.
Heck yeah.
Chatty chat. Let me see something. How the fuck do you... I don't know how to fix this shit. How do you turn this shit off? Let's see. Check 1, 2. Okay. Nope. Okay. This is weird as shit. Check. Oh, check. Oh, check. Nope. Okay. I don't know what the fuck is happening right now. Anyways, welcome to the show. Welcome to the program. May have to switch over for now. Good to see you. Were you surprised I was early? Yeah. Daddy was getting to it. Almost earlier than this, as a matter of fact. Got a little lost in the website development. But would have been even earlier than this, you dirty bitches. I don't know. This is going to drive me crazy. Nope, can't do it. I can't do 3 hours like this. I'm loving the new headphones. I am indeed. But can't do 3 hours listening to an echo in my ear like that. Nope, can't do it. So we'll go back to them. I'll figure that out and I'll come back to it later. In the meantime, oh yeah. Oh, much better. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. Much better. Hope you had a good weekend. I did. I surely did. Your boy went out of town for his birthday. Wife and I went up to the hill country. She took me to, we just went to the hill country, but we stayed at a nice little dope ass Airbnb. And, it was really, really cool. We found this nice Airbnb, stayed, we went up Friday, came back Sunday, went to a whiskey distillery on Friday afternoon. And then Saturday, we basically just went out and just did a bunch of random shit. Like, one thing we did was went and picked strawberries. Highly overrated. Picking strawberries, it was fun, don't get me wrong. Extremely overrated, though. Those influencers can go fuck themselves. Because that's what happens is like influencers will be like, oh my God, if you go to the hill country, you've got to go pick strawberries. This is what we did. We went out and we went to a strawberry patch and we picked strawberries and it was so fun. You guys, if you ever get to go pick strawberries. Go fuck yourself, influencers. What they don't tell you is how fucking hot it is. The sun is beaming down on your neck. You see this red ass face? I'm not mad now. No, I'm fucking strawberry burnt. Yeah, those are what the influencers don't tell you. So they can go fuck themselves. So angry. So angry. Snakes, didn't even see a snake, Donna. Just saw a bunch of one-star kids. And look, I recorded a video. I'll probably make it into something that I post later. But I maybe got a little angry because I'm trying to is there a way I can get to my photos? Can Daddy get to his photos from here? I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. Oh, let me just go to my iCloud. Sign in. Go see have fun at your golf practice. Enjoy. Yeah, I will say that the Apple account has been locked for security reasons. That's strange. Why is my Apple account? Why is my Apple account locked, bitch? My Apple account should not be locked. I'll have you know, dirty whore. That doesn't make any sense. Whatever. Anyways, I'm doing this here. I was going to show you guys some photos. A couple of things. Use one of the devices to unlock your bitch. I'll use okay. Okay. Yes. Oh, Jesus. For fuck's sake. I wanted to show you the Airbnb. It was dope. It had what's called a cowboy pool, which I had never heard of. Hold on. Okay. Son of a bitch. Oh my God. How is this fucked up? Okay. You choose a different password. How about you go fuck yourself? Huh, Apple? Stupid slut. Man, one mistake I made this weekend is I posted about the show at Hopscholar. Never post the word tickets on your Facebook unless you want to be inundated with bots pretending like they have tickets to your show. I was so pissed. I hate that shit so much. Y'all know me. Oh my God. I was so mad. Hold on. Sorry guys. Let me do one thing here. Oh. better work, you stupid bitch. Okay, your account has been unlocked. Thank you. For fuck's sake, man. That wasn't that hard. Okay, I wanted to show you the pictures, but also that I had a video of these fucking 1-star kids. So when you go picking strawberries, they have these patches, right? So I'm guessing like they have the patches that the strawberry place themselves pick, and then they have a patch that they let you schlubs pick in. You know what I mean? Like you can do your own strawberry picking, but like they have strawberry patches for you to pick in. It's pretty dope. Oh, okay, here we go. Here we go. Chrome resize. There we go. Here's the place we stayed. This is some of the photos from the place we stayed. So this place we stayed is like a couples retreat, and it had what they called the healing house. It had a cowboy pool. It had a sauna, an infrared sauna. They came with like a bottle of wine. It was pretty fucking dope. But like this is the healing house, right? So you get up closer. This is what it looked like underneath the little barn there. That's the oops. There you go. That's the cowboy pool. That's the sauna. Yeah, it was pretty fucking cool. It was pretty dope. And then this was the view. That's the sauna inside. That was the view as it looked out. Just into nothingness. It was pretty dope. It was pretty fucking relaxing. I'm not gonna lie. Yes, your boy got into the cowboy pool and was chilling. They had these signs everywhere. Keep the gate closed no matter what the goats say, the chickens say. They didn't have no goats. They didn't have no chickens. They had cornhole. I found out I'm not good at cornhole. I'm not good at that. But this was the house, man. The house was pretty chill, actually. House was pretty dope. Let's see. There you go. It was a pretty dope little Airbnb. Had a little something. There you go. Yeah, it was nice. It was a nice little chill place. This was that was our room there. Yeah, it was a pretty dope little spot. I dug it. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. But let me find what I was actually looking for. Let me find what we really want here, which is these little mamby-pamby bitches. Well, I'm trying to pick strawberries. Oh, and then there's some turkeys. There we go. There we go. Because y'all know me. I'm team fuck them kids. I gotta fix the... Here we go. You see this shit? This is exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. Some 1-star kid shit. My wife brought us out to the hill country for my birthday. Took us to a strawberry patch. See? Come pick some strawberries. That's fun, right? Yeah, that's fun. You see this? Where they at? You see them right there? Them right there? I was over there by myself, minding my business, trying to pick strawberries. But look how big this field is. You see how big this field is? Why the fuck did them two kids have to come stand on my row? Right, like that's some one. I don't know why it stopped right there. Star kid shit right there. Man, go pick another goddamn row. The 1-star kid having ass. Like why? Why? That's a big ass fucking field of strawberries. Like this. Look how big these fucking fields are. Why do the kids have to get right up in my goddamn row right next to me? See, this is why. Fuck them kids, man. Jared said Android wouldn't lock you out. Shut up. What up, Tony? So yeah, but we had a good time, man. We got some delicious ass strawberries. Look at them strawberries. Delicious. Pick some delicious ass strawberries. Yeah, look at that. It was fun. We had a great time. Pick some delicious ass strawberries. Shout out to my boy Cisco, by the way. Francisco coming through in the motherfucking clutch. As y'all know, Cisco lives out there. And he was like, yo, brother, I got you a care package for your birthday. And I was like, bet. He was like, you want to meet up? I was like, sure. So he swung by the Airbnb. And my man's did it crazy. He brought me so much amazing shit. It was unbelievable. My man's brought, well, this was 5 of the 6 bottles of wine he brought Nora and I. We drank one of them that night with steaks. Plus, so he brought us literally 6 bottles of wine, but then he brought, well, him, me, not us, but me. But then he brought 6 bottles of whiskey as well. Just 2 bottles of Four Roses, 2 bottles of Garrison Brothers. I mean, just unbelievable. A big ass Four Roses sign that I'm going to put up. If it'll fit, I'm going to put it back here somewhere on the set. My man, 2 cigars, a Rocky Patel 60. Oh my God, just unbelievable. So shout out to my boy Francisco. Thanks for coming by. It was good hanging out. And much love to you, man. I need to go get all the bottles, but it was a lot. It was a lot. A lot. Like, holy shit. 6 bottles of whiskey, 6 bottles of wine, and 2 cigars, and a big ass Four Roses wooden plaque thing. Much love, Cisco. Really appreciate you. Yeah, Donna said, were you wearing your Fuck Them Kids shirt? No, but I should have been. I was going to take it, too. I was going to take my Fuck Them Kids North Face shirt, but I didn't take it. I should have, though, Donna. That would have been the perfect time to wear one when you go pick strawberries. I need to start wearing my Fuck Them Kids shirts out in the public. I'm going to have to start doing it more. That's a fact. All right, let's get to it. We got shit to do. I see AJB over on the YouTubes. What's up, pimp? I see Jared Taylor. Mr. FJ, what's up, home slice? Who else is over on YouTube? We got Jeff Bell. We got Total Dallas. My sweet Donna. Keith Sager, what's up, pimp? Who else is on YouTube? Rudy Ra, what's up, homie? All right, that's all the YouTube folks. Over on the Twitches, we got Jared Taylor and FJ and who else? Patch. What's up, Patch? Good to see you, buddy. Nasty Nate. Barry on early? Yeah. No, I wasn't hacked. Y'all can kiss my ass. Kiss my ass. Who else we got? Let's see. Uriel's here. What's up, big dog? Let's see. Uriel said the streak is still alive. I'm gonna need hard evidence for it. Uriel was like not here on the birthday show, but he said he was. I didn't need receipts. You don't check in the chat. Nobody believes you, pimp. Let's see. PB Dubs, what's up? PB Dubs said sad weekend for UT baseball. Yeah, didn't they get their ass whooped? And so did like Vanderbilt, who was also like a big time, big seed. You know me, I don't give a shit about college baseball. But like, wasn't Vanderbilt like a high seed and UT, and they both got their ass whooped? Not good. Let's see. Checking in on the Twitches, my sweet Donna and CC, who's already off to a golf lesson. I got FJ, I got Patch. Who else? Heartthrob, not Rob. Donna got that. What up, Philip Barnard? Good to see you, brother. Tony the Handsome, what's up, pimpin'? Good to see you, my friend. Excuse me, Nightbot, that raggedy bitch is here. Flip, what up, homie? Oh, Clarence, what's up, big dog? Terrence is in the building. Has no effects. Kids today can't read. That's probably true. Kids today are dumb as fuck. Kids today are stupid as shit. Hey, what up, Jacob? good to see you, man. Last week as a Texan, where you headed, bro? Where you headed, pimp? Where you off to? Take me with you. Take me with you. Take me with you. What? What the hell was that? All right. So we got a lot to cover today. We got all kinds of shit in the mix here. Including what the shit? Oh, that was weird.
This is Jess. She needs her money to work as hard as she does. That's why she uses U.S. Bank Bank Smartly checking and savings, helping her track.
I don't need ads running on my shit. What the fuck is wrong with you, man? Oh my God, these ads are crazy, man. This is why I hate, like, sometimes going with, like, ESPN and shit, man. The motherfuckers and their ads are ridiculous. Oh, you see what I mean? Like, you can't even open up an article and they always got the auto run bullshit on. How do you turn off autoplay? Right there. Fuck you. Save that shit. God, that's aggravating as fuck. Just inundated with ads. We probably get a lot of ads on this show too, so let me shut the fuck up. But we got headlines today. We've got, oh, you headed to Oregon. Okay. I see you, pimp. I see you. So no Jenny's mom today. She's on vacay. So you're stuck with your boy for 3 hours-ish. But we got plenty of sports to discuss and some non-sports too. We're going to get into a bunch of non-sports shit as well. So just going to have a good time. Just going to cut up. But as we always do, let's start with our sports headlines, and then we'll make our way through all the other shit. We'll meander through some stuff, talk some MLB. We'll talk some Astros and other MLB goings on. We'll talk some NBA. I have on the thumbnail for this show, you'll notice that I have the two participants in the NBA Finals. We can get into that, see about what the odds are. Yeah, we could do some betting props. Your boy won his bet on Bovada, so we'll lay another one for the Finals if the odds are good. Although I probably won't now that I think about it, because OKC is just, in my mind, Indiana ain't beating them. So we'll get into it. But we'll discuss that in NHL and a whole lot more. Okay, I didn't update the goddamn spreadsheet. But let's get the headlines and let's get rolling. Come on! All right, here's your sports headlines for the day. First things first. My gird. Deion Sanders not happy and says that pre-draft reports about Shedeur and some of those rumors that were floating around, he said they definitely hurt and had an effect on his draft stock and his draft status. And look, I just don't know if I believe that 100% or not. And I'll tell you why. Here, I got those fixed. Well, let me read the article for you real fast. Go to the front page. Pull up. Here we go. Deion rips foolish pre-draft reports. Colorado coach Deion Sanders said he was hurt by reports that said his son Shedeur Sanders was unprepared during pre-draft meetings with NFL teams. But he also isn't buying the validity of them. Shedeur Sanders, who had been widely expected to be a first-round pick, dropped all the way to the 5th round before he was selected by Cleveland. Shiloh, Deion's son, other's son available to be drafted, wasn't selected at all, but signed with the Bucs after the draft. It did hurt, but the Bible says God uses the foolish things to confound the wise. there was some foolish stuff that went on, but that gave them something that they needed. Say what needs to be said. That's what he said on the Say What Needs to Be Said podcast. Hosted by former NFL quarterback Asante Samuel. Look, that edge that Tom Brady had, it gave them the edge that you had. It gave them the edge that I have. Folks said we weren't going to be nothing, but we have to prove that. It gave them the edge that they needed, both of them. It's a sentiment that's similar to one Brady texted to Shedeur Sanders himself. Brady, who had been a mentor to Sanders, said on the Impulsive podcast last month that he texted the quarterback to advise him to use his slide as motivation. Sanders will be wearing number 12 to start his NFL career just like Brady did. And this is Deion talking, when you sit up there and say something like he went into a meeting unprepared, Shedeur Sanders, who has had 6 different coordinators, who has still functioned and leveled up every time we brought somebody new in, and you're going to tell me he was unprepared? You're going to tell me he had on headphones? Anybody who knows my son understands he's a professional. He's going to go into a meeting with headphones on? Y'all, come on now. Shedeur is one of 5 quarterbacks competing for the team's starting job, along with fellow rookie Dylan Gabriel, veteran Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, and Deshaun Watson. Watson, however, is rehabbing. Look, I'm first of all, I'm glad Deion's coming to the defense of his son, as he should. But I'm of the opinion that, thank you, Samuel. What's up, homie? Yes, hit that like button, deckheads on YouTube. Do as the man said. Look, I'm of the opinion. Claire's heat out thighs, sweaty thighs, don't give a fuck, Thunder and 5. Yeah, Amos said you can probably get the clip. It's on Deion's Instagram page, or you can check Asante Samuel's YouTube page. I don't need it. Here's the thing. You're going to have a hard time convincing me that all of these rumors and unconfounded reports and slander and something as trivial as saying he went in with headphones on is the reason he fell to the 5th round. If Shedeur Sanders was undeniably good, if his talent was so good, I promise you that if he would have gone into a meeting with headphones on, no one would have gave a shit if they really needed a quarterback and he was him. You know what I'm saying? If he was him, if he was the next coming of Tom Brady and teams just felt that in their souls, if they just knew, if they felt like the tape bared that out, if they felt like meetings bared that out, if they felt like, his workouts or, whatever. If they felt like he is him and he is the man, and this is the guy that's going to lead a franchise to the promised land. This is a Super Bowl caliber quarterback. This guy is a winner. This guy is it. And maybe he still turns out to be that guy. Maybe he does. Like Deion said, maybe this is the motivation he needed. Maybe he uses this and becomes the next Tom Brady. I doubt it. But maybe he does. But are you going to sit here and tell me that if that 32 teams passed on him 4 to 5 different times? Really? I don't think so. I just don't think that GMs and coaches and owners who have everything to lose don't just go, oh, wait, there's a rumor out he showed up to a meeting with headphones on. Yeah, well, fuck my job. I'm not going to go out and draft that guy in the 4th round. He had on headphones. Yeah, I get he's a generational talent, but did you not hear this rumor that he had on headphones? I mean, I want you to think about this for a second. Let's assume that for a second, let's take who his dad is out of the equation. Let's take skin color out of the equation. Let's take everything else out of the equation just for a second and just talk football player. And let's just talk skill sets. There's a guy in this draft that looks like he has the skill set to win one, if not multiple Super Bowls and be a franchise quarterback for the next decade plus. So obviously, any team that needs a quarterback or is going to need a quarterback in the next few years should definitely draft him. Oh, but wait, there's a rumor that this quarterback went into a meeting with headphones on and was unprepared to meet with a team or two. Do you honestly think that people are going to pass on that dude? Fuck no. If nothing else, in the days leading up to the draft, they're going to call him themselves and say, hey, bro, we believe in you and we want to bring you in to lead our franchise and be our guy. Now, there's a rumor floating around that you showed up unprepared and had on it. Is this true, Shador? Did you do this? And he's going to be like, no, I didn't do that. That's some rumor that so-and-so said, or I was in the lobby with my headphones on, and when they called me in, I went in and took it off and had a great meeting with them. I don't know who started that, but they're obviously trying to sabotage, blah, 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 blah. It's one phone call pre-draft to clear the air. You're going to tell me no one made that call? Not one team that really needs a future amazing Super Bowl caliber quarter. Come on, man. I'm not buying this. And that's not, I don't want this kid to succeed. I don't want him to do well, but I'm also not going to just sit here and just eat all these bullshit sandwiches that him and his dad and everybody else that are upset that he fell are going to feed me. Teams that need good players and at the most important position on the field aren't just going to let a good player fall to the 5th round just because. Now, again, could they be wrong on his skill set? Absolutely. Could they be wrong about how well he will be? Absolutely. Could they have misread the tape? Could they have misread his workouts? Could they have misread his performances in college? All yes. All 100% yes. Every team that passed on him could be wrong. And let's not forget, the Browns have passed on him a few rounds before they finally drafted him. So, I mean, let's not get crazy. I mean, I'm having a tough time believing that all these teams just bought into the hype of some headphones. And oh, by the way, Dylan Gabriel was drafted in the 3rd round ahead of him. So the Browns felt like they needed a QB and still took another one ahead of him. It just doesn't bode well. It's not a good look. If they really needed a QB and they took 2 of them in one draft, come on. You know what Shador Sanders was? He was a flyer. He was like, well, nobody else is taking him. And look, we need someone. It's the 5th round. Fuck it. That's what Shador Sanders was to this team and all these other teams. He was a fuck it pick. Seriously. Tweet the show. He was a fuck it pick. If you've already drafted a quarterback in the 3rd round, You have Deshaun Watson on staff, whom you know is not going to be back for at least a year, but you don't know what you're going to get from him. You've got 3 other quarterbacks in camp, plus the one you've drafted. Fuck it. What do we got to lose at this point? Fuck it. That's what he was. Bro, you don't waste fuck it picks on generational talents. So I don't know what to tell you. Dion. I hope that all these teams were wrong. And I hope that Shedeur Sanders is able to prove them wrong. But what's up, Ryan? Good to see you, man. Ryan said, geez, you're like a silver fox with that. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. It is that simple. Go on the field and prove them wrong. Yeah. They passed on him twice. Cleveland clearly didn't think Shedeur is him. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like they passed on him twice. They drafted Dylan Gabriel. Like that's, I'm sorry, but the Browns signed up for this. They're going to have to listen to Dion's insufferable ass all year. Gray Lane Bill, Total Dallas said skill set accurate with an average arm. Look, there's a place for that in the NFL. Don't get me wrong. Clarence Marshall, I truly believe that there was something going on behind the scenes that made the NFL make him want to, humble him. If that is the case, if you're Clarence, you're convinced that everyone colluded. You're convinced that everybody in the NFL, every GM, every coach, every decision maker, every owner, they all colluded to teach Shedeur Sanders a lesson. Not anybody else. No other cocky, brash football player that's come before him. Just Shedeur Sanders and obviously through proxy his dad. Really? I mean, look, would it be crazy, far-fetched? Probably not. But I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, Nate said he probably has the ego just like his father. Oh, he 1,000% does. 1,000%. He's got the same character makeup of his dad. But that character makeup is what makes a lot of these athletes great. I was going to say football players, but this is what makes athletes great. This overwhelming belief in oneself. I missed you too, Ryan. I hope you're good, brother. You don't get to the level that these athletes get to without just an overwhelming and undeniable belief in yourself that you are the absolute best of the best. You deserve to be recognized as the GOAT. Like, you're going to go down in history as the greatest quarterback of all time. Like, this is just, I can't believe I wasn't the first pick in the draft. How dare they? And it's not just him. It's every player in rounds 1 through 7 believes they should have been the first pick in the draft. I don't give a shit. There are guys that went in the 3rd round that are like, how dare they? I'm literally the best player in this draft, and I'm going to show them that I'm the best player in this draft. Bro, you're a right guard with, little short pudgy arms. Doesn't matter. I am going to go down in history as the best right guard in the history of the NFL, which means I should have been number 1 in this draft. It's like, whoa, wait, what? Yes, without a doubt. And that's that self-belief that gets you in the position to be drafted in the 3rd round in the NFL draft. You have to have that. You can't just be like, well, fingers crossed, I hope they like me. It takes a certain amount of ego. It takes a certain amount of ego to be great. Goes with it. Some people manage it differently. Some people deal with it differently. I don't know how true it is, but there's a lot of dumb GMs in the NFL. Oh, facts. Facts. Kids today tilt the headphones up off the ear and keep them on the head. Fashion statement. Oh, you talking about like this? Yeah, I mean, that's one thing. That's how, I mean, a lot of them will walk around with the shit like that, or, that I get that. It may be, he did something like that. The Browns will have a nightmare if Sanders performs well or wins Rookie of the Year. He might sit out for a new contract. Oh, geez, could you imagine? Amos said the bright side for him is if he's good, he's going to be a legend at the bank because he won't have the 5th-year option on his contract. Yeah. Don't act like this hasn't happened before, Kaepernick. 1,000%. 1,000%. I'm not suggesting that it hasn't, but Kaepernick was also already in the league. And with Kaepernick, Kaepernick was something that crossed, it transcended sports, right? Kaepernick crossed into social ramifications, which affected sponsorships. And so that was a thing where you had old, rich white men hearing old white men saying, by God, I'll never watch the NFL. They got that black fella kneeling because that's disrespectful to the flag. And what they really don't realize is that Kaepernick actually asked a veteran, what is the best way? People forget this all the time. That Kaepernick actually asked a veteran who served this country, what's the best way to protest and not disrespect the military, disrespect the flag, and disrespect veterans who have served our country at the same time? What's a good way to do that and still be able to get my point across? He's like, best way to do that is to kneel. He's like, oh, thank you. People don't realize that. So he's only doing what a veteran told him to do. But again, political agendas get involved and the truth doesn't matter. Information doesn't matter. It's what fits political agendas for the other side. And it becomes about the politics of it. And the message, because part of it was, listen, we want to get what our political message is. So we want to squash his or boost ours or whatever it is. So CC said that veteran was wrong. Well, maybe he got wrong information. I don't know. But that was what he said. Let's see. Okay. Well, we're going down a rabbit hole off of Deion Sanders that we probably don't need to. But the fact is, he consulted Nate Boyer, who suggested it's a more respectful gesture to military personnel. He initially sat during the anthem before switching to kneeling after consulting with a former Army veteran, Nate Boyer, who suggested it as a more respectful gesture to military personnel. So, Cap knelt during the national anthem to protest against what he perceived as systemic racism and police brutality against African Americans in the United States. He initially sat during the anthem before switching to kneeling after consulting with a former Army veteran, Nate Boyer, who suggested it as a more respectful gesture to military personnel. So, that was, in other words, he was saying, don't sit. That's super disrespectful. Be out there, be out on the field, but kneel instead of being in the background and sitting while the national anthem is being played. So it was almost like a compromise, like be out there, face the flag. And so instead of sitting, go out and kneel. So Nate said, please no more Deion talk. It's sports. It's a topic. Things across the pond are good, Ryan. I mean, obviously, I'm super sexy because I have this amazing beard. I'm obviously a liar. Yeah. No, things are going good, man. Will Sanders' headphones deal be long than his NFL? He'll call in the BOD 1-800. Yeah. Clarence said having an ego is not wrong. No, having an ego is not wrong. Again, that's how you get to the level these guys get to. There's a fine line between cocky and confident, right? There's a fine line between ego and arrogant. There's a fine line between, and again, it's how you display it. It's how you show it. There it is. How's Jenny? Married. There's nothing wrong with ego. It's how you present yourself and it to the rest of the world. That's the thing. So, you just got to manage it. And I'll be honest, I saw things on social media and the whatnot, and we don't get to see everything. I didn't get to see everything. And I'm sure what I saw was jaded and slanted and had an agenda. But again, so is the stuff you would see coming out of the Deion camp and the Shador camp. You think we're only going to see the real? We're not going to. It's like dating, right? You go on a date, you're not really going to get the real person. Not right away. Not for many, many months. You're going to get some facade. And that's what, if you just, get videos and social media posts from Shador Sanders and his camp, you're going to get the best of the best, or what they want you to get. You're not getting the realness. And the same is probably true from the media. You're going to get whatever narrative they want. Somewhere in between all of that is the truth. And that's up to us to get it. Okay. All right. Also in the headlines, your Madden 26 cover is out and gracing the front page. Saquon Barkley. The deluxe edition just has him looking back all menacing like. But the Madden 26 cover has him leaping. The old leaping Barkley. The old leaping Barkley. John Dorier said, damn, been a long time. It's been a long time since you've been here? What you mean it's been a long time? Since you've been here? You've been here. You've been here. You remember? Yeah, the old leaping Barkley. So that'll be your Madden 26 cover. I dig it. Now, that's going to be a move in the game, too. That's going to be like something you be trying to stunt on hoes with. And that's going to be something very specific that you can do as long as you time it right. You can jump over hoes now. Guaranteed. This article on ESPN says starring on the cover of Madden 26 and being named to the Madden NFL 99 club are both dreams come true, Barkley said. I'm grateful to my teammates, coaches, and Eagles fans for their support, and I can't wait to hit the field again to give Madden players more highlight reel moments in Madden NFL 26. Barkley, the reigning Associated Press Offensive Player of the Year, is coming off one of the best seasons for running back in history. Had a chance to take down Eric Dickerson's regular season rushing title as well, but finished 101 yards shy as the Eagles decided to rest their starters on the finale against Barkley's former team, the Giants, which I really think robbed people of a fantastic storyline too. But obviously, Super Bowl aspirations were way more important. Calculation paid off. Barkley rushed for 499 yards and 5 touchdowns in the playoffs. Helped Philly capture its second Lombardi trophy. So, it says it's no surprise Barkley's rating for spin move, juke, agility, and change of direction are all tops in Madden NFL 26. And he's a 99. I'd be curious to see what his ratings are. Let's see. Madden ratings for Madden 26. Oh, they do have the ratings out. Aha! Well. Let's take a look-see, shall we? Well. Let's see here. Madden ratings. Okay. Madden ratings database. Top players. Your top players. I don't know why Travis Kelce's a 99. You got to be kidding me. There's just no reason Travis Kelce should be at 99. Get the fuck out of here. That is ridiculous. Ridiculous. So Lamar Jackson, Travis Kelce, Justin Jefferson, Derrick Henry, Trent Williams, all 99s. How old is this? I thought Barkley was going to be a 99. He's a 98 right now. Josh Allen, Lane Johnson, Saquon Barkley, Myles Garrett, Micah Parsons, and George Kittle are all 98s. There's no reason Travis Kelce should be at 99. Ain't no reason. Nope. This has it sorted by team also. We can look them up. Let's see. Let's look up our Houston Texans. Overall team rating is 85. Let's see how they have. Do they have just the team ratings? Nope. Huh. Let's see. Cowboy team rating is 88. Saints team rating is 83. Oh, let's see. Titan Hugo's Titans are an 80. Heartthrobs Miami Dolphins are an 89. What? I find that hard to believe. I know we got some Eagles fans in here. They're an 87. Nasty Nate, your Steelers are an 86. Houseway. How the fuck? Oh. Okay. It definitely ain't for QB. Who else? What are the Chiefs? 92. Fuck them. Kelce has a 99. That's so stupid. Yeah, overall 99 is ridiculous. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Let's see. Who else do we want to see on here? Jeff Bell's Broncos, 79. Mark G's Burrs, 81. Baltimore, 91. Oh, AJB's Falcons, 84. Okay, that's respectable. Let's see who else we got. Jen's Browns, 87. Wow. The Browns higher rated than the Texans, huh? Okay. Oh, okay. Let's see. Where does Shadur land on this? Is he on here? Deshaun Watson is a 70. Let's see. Shadur Sanders, no rating. Shadur. Nope, no rating for Shadur. Okay. Dylan Gabriel, no rating. So no rookies get a rating yet. Man, Rex Sunahara has a 26. So what is this general versus overall? I don't understand the difference. I don't understand general rating versus overall rating. What the fuck is the difference? Overall rating, yeah. I don't get the difference here. Nonetheless, we can go to the Texans and see that Joe Mixon's a 94. Derek Stingley a 93. Daniil Hunter a 91. Nico Collins an 88. Whoopsie. Will Anderson Jr. an 88. CJ Gardner Johnson an 86. Trent Brown 86. Jimmy Ward an 84. Jalen Petrie an 83. Dalton Schultz an 83. Tank Dell an 82. CJ Stroud is an 81. Along with Christian Kirk, Aziz Al-Shair. Interesting. Very interesting. Huh. Why is it doing that? That's weird. Top 100 quarterbacks. Let's see. Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, Jared Goff, Jalen Hurts, Brock Purdy, Justin Herbert, Jaden Daniels, Matthew Stafford. That's your top 10. Then Jordan Love, Dak Prescott, Baker Mayfield, Tua, CJ Stroud, Geno Smith, Kyler Murray, Sam Darnold, Russ Wilson, Bo Nix. That's your top 20. Boy, CJ Stroud at 15 is egregious. I'm sorry. CJ Stroud at 15 seems egregious. Yeah, and a Nico Collins 88 does seem kind of low. I do agree there, Tony. I did New Orleans already. Alex Miller. Which team is number 69? Half the Texans should be at 99. I still think he should have won MVP. Yeah, they're not giving running back an MVP though. Let's see. Taylor Swift paid for Kelsey's ratings. Yeah, I think CJ Stroud's number is way low. I think I covered everybody that has a rooting interest here. I think. I don't know what their difference is though. Overall versus Gen. Total attributes 2732. Yeah, I don't know about this site. I got nothing. I got nothing. Oh well. Doesn't explain it. Madden's 26th release date, August 14. Early access, August 11. Okay, not too shabby. Not too shabby. So, I imagine the numbers will be updated. So, there you go. Okay, there you go, people. Let's talk a little. Let's just get it out of the way. I know Jeff Bell is rejoicing I know Total Dallas is sad. But you guys that are into it, your NHL. One of those guys will help me win fantasy for another year. For those of you that are into it, your NHL Stanley Cup Finals are set. Rematch of last year. It is the Edmonton Oilers versus the Florida Panthers. Again, a rematch. Clarence, breaking news, Dallas chokes again. Wow, Alex said Watson should be rated 27 for his cases. Not nice, Alex. Not nice, sir. How dare you? How dare you? Walt, is that true? Where did you get that, Walt? I saw that earlier. I forgot to read it. An intoxicated bettor located overseas was behind social media threats directed last month at Houston Astros pitcher Lance McCullers and his family, according to Houston Police Department. Is that true? One, I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad that no rational, quote unquote, normal sports fan locally would just outright make those kinds of threats against Lance McCullers for just having bad games. It would take a drunk overseas gambling addict to do some foolishness like that, because he was having to get protection for his family. And if you didn't see the article about it, where he talked about it, is heartbreaking. He had to have a discussion with his daughter. Like, Daddy, why don't people like me? Why do they want to hurt me? Who wants to have that conversation with their daughter over baseball? A baseball game. Well, dear, Daddy had a bad game. Daddy pitched poorly. And now some jackass who has a gambling problem, can't control his alcohol, is making threats. The fuck? What? Do you understand? Like, that's somebody's child, man. Her innocence is now shot. Now you've got to explain to her what that means and what it, the violence of it, and it's fucking sick, bro. It's sad. It's just sad. There was a good article on ESPN. If you get a chance, go find it and read it. But it talks about that and how other players are getting threats and death threats made against them, and how it's becoming a problem in sports. And how more and more, how it's happening more often, and how more players are having to deal with it. And they shouldn't. I get it. Boo the players. Be mad. Demand trades. Whatever. Okay. Be mad. Fuck them. You know what I mean? Boycott your team. Be pissed. Burn a jersey. I don't give a shit. You paid for it. I think it's stupid. But at the same time, don't be making death threats. Don't be making, like, what is this? Oh. Don't be making death threats. It's just, I don't know. I can't even believe we'd have to have a conversation like that. Real quick, is Total Dallas here? I know he was here earlier at 2:55. So we're now 30 minutes later. I just wanted to see if Total Dallas has had a chance to post the standings in Major League Baseball. He was very quick to post it when the Rangers were in the lead. He was very quick to brag and boast and post on the Barry on Deck Discord, which you can get to if you're a member of the Patreon. You can go join the Patreon at patreon.com/Barry on Deck. But he posted and he was like, yeah, look at this. Rangers first place. Just curious if he's posted that lately. Rangers 4 back in the West. Astros a half game back. They've been flip-flopping with the Mariners. They've been battling. Tampa Bay Rays got their ass whooped Saturday. Whew. And then just an absolute gem by Hunter Brown on Sunday. Told us I was still trying to figure out the new screen capture rules for Android. I don't think that's the problem there, bucko. I think Rangers being 4 back, barely holding off the lowly Angels might be the issue. But yeah, I mean, right there, it's Seattle and Houston battling it out for first place. Seattle now takes back the division lead by a half game, but you know, it's, yeah. The comforting part, if you're curious, Astros are a half game back, 32-27. Seattle's 32-26. Texas Rangers 29-31. Astros have the best plus minus of the division at a plus 15. Now, their pitching has fallen off as of late, but it's to be expected when you've had some of the injuries that they've had. Donna said, poor Rockies. Oh, my God. The Rockies are a minus 185. Jesus. They're making last year's White Sox look like the 27 Yankees. I guess firing Bud Black really didn't help, did it? Yeah, 9-50. Yikes. Even though White Sox have won 18 games right now. The Athletics have won 23 games. And they're minus 110. Oof. I mean, there's just no excuse to not be double-digit wins right now. At least the weed is legal. True. CC said, I mean, you do post every time your Saints lose? I mean, you post every time your Saints lose? Or do you just copy and paste each week? That's funny. I'll get back with you. No. I'll get it fixed when we pass y'all. Yeah, that's exactly right. It's more of a convenience thing. Jeff Bell said, yeah, we suck. I don't even think suck is the right word, Jeff Bell. There's suck, and then there's whatever the fuck the Rockies are doing. Jesus Christ. And told Alice that we're top 10, maybe top 5 in pitching. If that hitting comes around. Yeah. That's if. Anyways, back to Dallas Stars losing. Oilers win the series 4-1. It looked like it was going to be a good game 5, man. Hey, what up, Jamal? Justin Swinford checking in from Denver. Hey, leave the Rockies alone. Oh, all of a sudden you're now a Rockies fan, huh? No longer an Astros fan? Justin moves to Denver. Astros not winning World Series anymore, so now he's a Rockies fan. Ugh. I mean, ugh. So the Oilers, they lost. Who did they lose the other day? Was it Hyman that got busted? I had to do it. Hyman's the one that got busted up. Oh my God. But this is gonna be a fun NHL finals. This is gonna be a fun Stanley Cup finals. They're doing their best, okay? Hockey season's over. Hell no. Hockey season's the best part is just starting. What are you talking about? Stanley Cup finals are gonna be amazing. By the way, I'm feeling these Oilers now. The fact that there was only 4 penalty minutes per side was pretty amazing. There was one hit, though. Jesus Christ. They were talking about it in this game 5. It was like a 6'7" dude versus a 5'10" guy. Oh, my God. Just looked nasty. It was so much fun to watch, though. But it looked like Dallas was going to make a game of it. Oilers got up early, I think 2-0, 3-0. Dallas comes back 3-2. And then Edmonton was just like, nah, we're just not going for this. This is not something we're going to allow to. Not going to let you keep stretching this shit out. So, Stanley Cup finals start Wednesday. And NBA finals start on Thursday, I do believe. I think I have this right. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Okie dokie, don't you know? Oh, yeah, for sure. I am flying to Denver for a job June 22nd. I'm going to catch a Rockies game that Sunday. Keith, you might as well take that money and just light it on fire. It's going to suck. No one is streaming from Edmonton. Move on. No. I'm just going to leave this up here for all its glory. As an Edmonton Oilers fan, especially, you can go fuck yourself. Enjoy that $10 premium seat. No shit. You can get Diamond Club right behind home plate for $7. Oh, wow. Here's the odds. Let's see. Shoes. Shiza. Nope, not what I was looking for. Now, oh. What the heck was that? There we go. Odds makers think Stanley Cup rematch between Florida and Edmonton is a toss-up. Yeah, that's ESPN bets. Let's see what Bovada. Has. Bovada. I may have to place a little wager on this. ESPN bets on Thursday opened the Panthers and Oilers each at -110 after the matchup was set. Price was on the move Thursday with Edmonton emerging as the favorite at some books, but the odds remained close. Panthers outlasted the Oilers in 7 games to win the franchise first Stanley Cup. Opening price for this year's final suggests another competitive battle is in store. Game 1 is Wednesday in Edmonton. Oilers opened as -120 favorites in Game 1. I'll put this over here. What was my message? Technical issues. Hi, some recent technical issues may have impacted your experience with us. Made our customer service team difficult to reach. We apologize. If you experienced any issues, nope. Just as long as you paid me, bitch. Transactions. Hey, wait a goddamn minute. Hey, wait a damn minute. Transactions. Let's see. Hold on. Oh, no. Transactions. Let's see. Let me see something here real quick. See if I can get this shit fixed. Oh, there it is. 24 hours, 7 days. There she blows. Yeah, baby. Look at that. Beautiful. Took the Pacers and nailed it. Put a little 10 spot on them Pacers. All right, so let's go Stanley Cup series prices. Edmonton. Oh, that's just game one. Yeah, we want futures. Sports, Stanley Cup. Where's the goddamn futures at? Let's see. Do they not have the futures up here? You raggedy bitches. There we go. There are no futures. What? Houseway. There we go. Florida to win. Handicap win. What? I want, so you can't pick a, for fuck's sake. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, for fuck's sake. Game lines. I don't want all that. I just want a Stanley Cup winner. And it won't let me? Oh, series total games. There we go. Series winner. How did I miss that earlier? Did everybody else miss that earlier? Series spread. Series winner. There we go. Edmonton is minus 130. Huh. Series total games, 5.5. So they think it's going to go 5. Okay. Series spread plus 1.5. I don't even know what that means. I'm really liking this. Oh, man. I don't like the minus 130, though. Because then if we just put our little $10 on there, then I don't like that. But I just don't think Florida wins this series. Hey, Jacob said take a hit with me be enjoying unemployment for the time being. Well, that sucks, brother, but, you know, been there, done that plenty. Did you get all your paperwork filed so you can start getting them unemployment checks? Got to get that filed ASAP. Definitely got to get that filed ASAP. All right, well, I'm just going to do my little $10 and place my little bet. So give me Edmonton to win the series at minus 130. I don't think I'm going to get better than minus 130, although maybe I'll wait until the night of. You think it'll get better than minus 130? It opened at minus 120, right? Let's see. I wonder what the original was. Yeah, it's not showing the history. Oh, Edmonton Oilers to win game and win series. Game and series double. Game 1. Oh, I can get that at plus 160. Now, I like that. Let me see. Close that. Close that. Edmonton Oilers to win the game and win series. Game and series double. Now, see, I like that. So that means that they're going to win game one and win the series. Now, see, that gives me good odds. But if they lose game one, I lose the bet. But they should be favored going into game one. Aren't they? Aren't they favored going into game one? Is that what I saw? I mean, they are at home. They are at home. Let's see. Let's see. Scores. Edmonton minus 130. Yeah. So they're favored going into game one. Huh. That's the only thing that sucks is you're adding in a layer, but you're getting good odds. Man. How confident am I Edmonton wins game one? Kind of want to see what they've done real quick in the postseason in game ones thus far. They beat. Yeah, see, they lost at the Kings in game one, but they won their opener. They won game one at home. So they were 2-0 at home, 3-0 at home, lost the first game at home to Vegas. Huh. One at home. They lost one game at home in the playoffs. Not bad. Not too bad. What was their home record? That's the other thing we want to see. Does it show? Oh, there we go. Show enough. Show enough. Edmonton. Oh. Where the fuck is they? There we go. They were 25-13-3 at home. 23-16-2 on the road. Not too shabby. How does Florida on the road? How are they? 20-19. Ooh, I like see. Florida not that good on the road. All right, I'll do it. I'll take it. I'll take it. Place the bet. Done. All right. Clarence wanted to know, are you betting on the Belmont Stakes this weekend? Nah, horses ain't really my thing. Nah, I don't really do the horses thing, man. I don't really even understand, I think horses is a totally different thing. I mean, you got to really watch them and know, like, oh, this horse is good on this kind of track, and whether it's sloppy or is it a mutter or all this bullshit. I don't know none of that. Ooh, PB Dub said I'll be in Florida for game 4. Don't really have a dog in the fight, but really thinking about getting tickets. Brother, if you've never been to a hockey game live, then you should definitely go. But Stanley Cup, my God. It's just so great. Actually, Keith, Nor, and I, Keith said I've never been to the stadium, so I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, we went. Didn't we go to a hockey or a? Oh no, that was my ex-wife, I think. Did I go to a game with her? I went to a game at. I think I went to a Rockies game once. No, Nora and I went to a Marlins game. That's what it was. Nora and I went to a Marlins game. Yeah, Nora and I went to a Marlins game once. It was fun. It was different. I mean, just go for the stadium. That's why I went. One time I went to a Minnesota Twins game. I didn't go because I wanted to see the Twins play. I just went because I wanted to, 1, watch baseball, but 2, experience the stadium and see what was up. That's what makes it fun. Different. I'm trying to think of how many stadiums I've been to now. Been to Yankee Stadium. Nora and I almost went to a Padres game. That would have been fun, but we ended up not doing it. I haven't been to that many, actually. I'd like to visit all of them. That would be cool. That'd be one of those bucket list things when we retire. So, all right. So we just did some NHL playoffs. We did some headlines. Oh, Jacob said that's why I'm going to Coors Field on the way to Oregon, not to see the Rockies' historically bad team. Yeah, right? You're not going to the Rockies game. You're going to Coors Field. Nah, I get it. Totally get it. Two different things completely. 1,000%. So the, hold on. Greatest sports show ever. Yes, I said it. The greatest sports show ever is done as far as being on TNT. And, of course, I'm talking about the NBA on TNT. And it'll now be moving to ESPN and ABC. Lucky for you, I found a thread on Twitter, X, whatever, with some of the best moments from the best show in sports. And it is by far the best show in sports, hands down. And if you don't agree, go fuck yourself. Punch yourself in the throat right there. Right there. Right in the Adam's apple. And if you're a chick and you don't have an Adam's apple, well, the gullet. Right there in the gullet. Just punch yourself. Because you're wrong. You're just dead ass wrong. Because 9 times out of 10, there was always something on this show that made me laugh. You didn't watch the NBA on TNT with Chuck, Shaq, and Kenny, and Ernie. You didn't necessarily watch because it was great analysis. In fact, 9 times out of 10, Chuck and Shaq were just way off. Kenny, for the most part, I thought did a pretty decent job of breaking down basketball and talking about it and knowing what he was talking about. A lot of times, Chuck and Shaq just looked like they didn't know what the fuck they were talking about. But you'd be hard-pressed to find a funnier or better sports talk show than those, than NBA on TNT. Yeah, and Nate said, I listen for Charles. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm saying NBA on TNT, inside the NBA. Yeah. I'm saying NBA on TNT. You'll see why in just a second. This is because this right here. Hold on. There you go. It's on your screen. Says NBA on TNT. But it was. I mean, there's so many good ones. So without further ado, let's watch some of these. Let's see. Okay, yeah, so this is the whole last thread. Is this going to take us directly to it? Yeah, okay. So this is the whole last thread, one by one. Let's see, this should work. Here we go.
I played in the NBA for 16 years, and I've been on TV for 18 years. It's the first time I ever heard police presence. They got, wait. They got a police presence? Are you kidding me?
Wait,
come on, man.
Numerous social media reports that LAPD was called.
LAPD was called.
See these two, man.
Come on, man.
You know why they're laughing?
Come on, man.
Because they would.
Oh, man.
No, the issue
man,
is
y'all gotta stop it, man.
they would relish
Come on.
for a guy to come in the locker room after them.
Hey, Chuck.
So,
Hey, Chuck.
I don't
Hello,
know what this
police.
is, and I don't know why.
Hello, police. Chris Paul trying to beat me up. This is Blake Griffin. Chris Paul trying to get in the locker room. Get down here and save me.
Of course, they're talking about when the Rockets and them got into a beef.
Hey, this DeAndre Jordan. Mike D'Antoni trying to get in the locker room.
I certainly doubt that it was Clipper players who were requesting any kind of.
Somebody had to call the police. Two guys who would relish guys coming in their locker room.
Come on, man.
Are laughing at the fact
Jack,
that Chris Paul
police
is
presence.
coming to get
The police.
to get Blake Griffin.
By the way, Trevor Ariza's birthday
I'm sorry, America.
June 30th, in case Blake Griffin actually is going to go to the party.
911, can I help you? 911, can I help you?
Going out the back.
Yeah,
Oh, come on.
I'm in the Staples Center in the back hallway. Three players that play for the Rockets.
Could you tell her how he looks? He's about 5'11", 5'10".
Well, they have on shorts, and a couple of them have towels on.
What's his name, sir? Chris Paul. Gerald Green.
Is this a prank call?
And James Harden.
Prank calling
I'm
us.
6'10", 225, one of the most powerful players in the NBA. But Chris Paul trying to get here and kick my ass. Get down here quick.
As we head to break, Jeremy, let's take a look at let's take a look at these shoes. The Boston 3-month collection, celebrating Black heritage around the world by fueling community action
Equality,
to
brother.
create
Equality.
positive
Black
change.
excellence, man.
The current collection takes inspiration.
That's so great. Oh my God, that's so great. So that was one. And the next one.
But they do have some big old women, though. I mean, come on now.
See what you do to him every time you go down.
I'm telling you, man. They be woofing them churros. Hey, but like Joey, you know how my man be eating hot dog, Joey Chestnut? That's why them big old women be eating those churros.
Double fist.
Oh, they be double fisting those churros, man.
Sugar, do it again.
Sugar be flying everywhere.
Chuck, do it again one more time.
Oh, come on, man. Come on, Shaq. You know Victoria's the secret down there. But they do have some big old women down there. I mean, come on now.
See what you do to him every time you go down.
I'm telling you, man.
This
They
is
be
so
woofing them
infamous.
churros.
None of those.
Hey, but like Joey, you know how my man be eating hot dog, Joey Chestnut? That's why them big old women be eating those churros.
Double fist.
Oh, they be double fisting those churros, man.
Sugar, do it again.
Sugar be flying everywhere.
Chuck, do it again one more time.
Come on, man. Come on, Shaq. You know Victoria's the secret down there. But they do have some big old women down there. I mean, come on now.
So great. Oh my God, it's so great. All right, next up.
Who do they mistake you for?
I went to
Shrek?
No, I went to
That was really good. That was really good, man.
laughing, Anthony.
That was really good, man.
Anthony was not laughing.
Yeah, he was laughing.
Hey, what up, Mina? Good to see you, brother.
Funny, huh?
That was
We're watching,
good, man. That was quick. It was good. It was quick.
We're watching a thread of all the best moments from inside the NBA.
Who do you get mistaken for? That's funny.
Oh, he didn't like
on,
it.
Shrek.
Shaq is upset, man.
Come on, Shrek. No! Time for Shrek than a fool.
Shrek to the
He's on you,
fool.
man. He's on you, man.
Something funny?
Ain't nothing funny, bro.
He said Shrek to the fool.
Who do they mistake you?
Oh, that's so great. Shrek to the fool was fantastic. All right, next.
In this one, 11 out of 16 from the floor, 2 out of 5.
Yes, sir. Captain Ernie, sir. Is that Derek White or Stephen A? Damn, Derek. We We love you, Stephen A.
I join you in the head shake.
Yes, sir. Damn, Stephen A.
hairline.
Stephen A. play for the Celtics. He do first take in the morning and play for the Celtics.
Guys averaging 25 points a game in the series.
25 a game.
And here are these guys going like this.
I'm talking about Isaac.
Yeah.
But you know what the crazy part about that is?
What? Yeah, he combing like that. That's the crazy part about it.
He's talking about the crazy part about Derek White's game is
That could be Malcolm Brogdon.
in this one 11 out of 16 from the floor, 2 out of 5.
Yes, sir. Captain Ernest, sir. Is that Derek White or Stephen A? Damn, Derek. We love you, Stephen A.
I join you in the head shake.
Yes, sir. Derek White, Stephen A.
combs it like
Stephen A.
that.
play for the Celtics.
He
do first take in the morning and play for the Celtics.
Guys averaging 25 points a game in the series.
25 a game. All right, next up.
That's not what Draymond's doing. Draymond is bracing.
Yeah,
and Joker, instead of going around him, he's just banging and banging and banging. When a guy's banging you, you spin off of him. Those are the worst defenders to play against, actually, because if you can feel their body, come on.
18 points for Joker, only Nugget in double figures. 69-59. Golden State shooting 67.
You're way out of order right now.
Back at the pool party.
Way out of order, man.
I didn't say that. You didn't need to. We'll take a break and come back with more on the American Express.
Banging you.
That's not what Draymond's doing. Draymond is bracing. And Joker, instead of going around him, he's just banging and banging and banging. When a guy's banging you, you spin off.
All right, next.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Jack, here you go. Oh, no, come on, man.
Turn around, man.
Hey, do not put the gun down. Put the gun down. Hey, put the gun down, Chuck. Put the gun down, Chuck. Put the gun down, Chuck. Chuck, put the gun down. Put the gun down, Chuck.
Oh, my God.
Put the gun down, Chuck.
You gonna electrocute him, Shaq. You gonna electrocute him.
Don't do that, Chuck.
I'm gonna call HR, man.
Shaquille O'Neal.
HR, man.
Jack, here you go. Oh, no, come on, man.
Turn around, man.
Hey, do not put the gun down. Put the gun down. Hey, put the gun down, Chuck. Put the gun down, Chuck. Put the gun down, Chuck. Chuck, put the gun down. Put the gun down, Chuck.
Oh my God. I think Shaq rigged that. That's
Hey, I'm
funny.
gonna just tell you something. Women be milking that baby thing too.
Oh, okay.
Oh, shit.
Being pregnant, it can't be nearly as bad as playing a basketball game with a sprained ankle.
I tried to stop. You heard me try to stop him.
I'm telling you.
You heard me try to stop him.
Come on.
Why you never buy a woman a watch?
Say it again,
Why you never buy a woman a watch?
Because there's a clock on the stove.
I just wondering. I always wondered why,
Come on, Ernie. Hey, I'm gonna just tell you something. Women be milking that baby thing too.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my God.
Being pregnant, it can't be nearly as bad as playing a basketball game with a sprained ankle.
I tried to stop. You heard me try to stop him.
I'm telling you.
You heard me try to stop him.
Come on. Why you never buy a woman a watch?
Say it again,
Why you never buy a woman a watch?
Because there's a clock on the stove.
You ain't doing that shit in 2025. I'll tell you that much. You definitely ain't doing that shit in 2025. All right, here we go. NBA on TNT. Charles Barkley would pick Krispy Kreme donuts for his first pick.
Charles Barkley would pick Krispy Kreme donuts for the first pick.
Well, look at your fat ass, too. Don't you sit me talking about put that dude picture back up. Do not go to commercial break. This fat Laker fan. Look at this big old. He gonna talk about me eating donuts. Look at this fat ass. Are you kidding me?
TK, that's my dude number one.
Come on. Look at this stomach. Look at this gut.
Big baby Jonathan. Yeah.
Big baby. He gonna call me, talk about Krispy Kreme fantasy and shit.
Charles Barkley would pick Krispy Kreme donuts.
Barkley is the best, man.
My whole career. At least once a year on each team I played for, scuffle, fight, whatever you want to call it.
How often was it you who threw the punch?
I threw a punch a couple of times.
I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm not saying you did it.
I had a fight with Scotty Skiles. Larry Krastroviak and Greg Kite. And Greg Kite was like the Terminator. Because I hit Greg in his head, and Greg just looked at me like this.
Clearly, you can't fight. You're just hitting on white guys. Once you hit a brother, and let's see what happened to him.
Oh, jeez. Had my whole career. At least once
so
a year,
funny,
each
man.
team I played for.
You just only there picking on white guys.
How often was it you who threw the punch?
I threw a punch a couple of times.
I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm not saying you did it.
I had a fight with
but
Scotty
it doesn't make it
Skiles,
right.
Larry Krastroviak, and Greg Kite. And Greg Kite was like the Terminator.
Why you fighting Scotty Skiles, bro? That motherfucker wasn't big at all.
Clearly, you can't fight. You're just hitting on white guys.
He said, clearly you can't fight. You're just hitting on white guys.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, that's hilarious. Let's see. How big was Scott Skiles when he played? Scott Skiles was 6'1", 180 pounds. And Shaq's fighting this dude. What are you doing, Shaq? You jackass?
Lonzo Ball had a triple single.
I told you, they thought he wasn't going to play with a sprained ankle.
Well, he had 2 points. He didn't play.
Okay, tell me this.
You
saw the chase down block by Lonzo.
He had a what, Chuck? He had a triple.
Wait, he had 2 points, and you gonna say he played? He had 2 more points than me.
He had a triple single.
Oh, they had 2 points.
But he had the fortitude to play the game.
Yeah. Kenny,
I never heard that before.
for your calm and measured response.
I like that. That's
What do you make of all this stuff with LeBron and Luke Walton and the Brian Windhorse?
Lonzo Ball had a triple single.
I've told you.
Triple single's so great.
Disappointing in New Orleans. Where they going, Chuck?
Galveston. That dirty ass water. We're not even gonna send them to Cancun. We're gonna send them to Galveston with that dirty ass water be washing up on the shore. You people think they're in the beach. Y'all located. We y'all gonna send y'all to Cancun. Y'all drive y'all quit. Drive your ass down to Galveston. Come on, man. Come on, they didn't even try, man. No, we're not getting them no plane ticket to the beach. We send their ass to Galveston, Texas, right where that dirty water washed up on the beach. They can't even get in the water. Come on, man.
Oklahoma City, 185 in Game 3. It's
Disappointing in New Orleans.
Chuck does not care, man.
I bet you $20 I'll buy the chip, won't even make a face.
Oh, my God. This is so great.
without making a face.
Don't worry yet, brother.
Y'all must not know what fraternity I'm in. Tell them, Matt.
What fraternity are you in?
Omega Psi Phi. Till we die. It's nothing to me. I'm not making a face, though. I'm just coughing. I'm not making a face. I'm just coughing.
That counts as a face.
I'm not making, Ernie, I'm coughing.
I know when you go.
Ernie, I'm coughing. That used to be making me like, I'm not making a face. Oh, it's hot. I bet you $20 I'll buy the chip, won't even make a face.
Oh, shit. Hold on. I think I missed one. Nope. Okay.
I do get by you, and I come in here. What's happening? Oh. That's what's happening. I do get by you, and I come in here. What's happening? That's what's happening. I do get by you, and I come in here. What's happening?
So funny, man. Oh my God, that's so great.
Yeah. So, and you're just, so
Hey,
we're just like
R.I.P.
you, so
Kobe.
we're watching it for the first time. Go ahead.
MD, what's up? I told you I'm gonna do a Kobe. Yeah, I'm telling you I'm ready. Okay. Watch. I got my new sneakers. Hold this for me. Okay. I got my new aim high hyper. Nike made their own shoe for me. Hold on, that's the wrong foot.
Put the shoe on the wrong foot, y'all.
Kenny Smith's, boy.
Smooth, very smooth. Took him out his shoes. Oh, man.
just a little. I'm back already. I'm back. You see? Old school. Hey, look at the shoes sitting there in the street. It ain't lifted him out of the shoes. Man. It's not for everybody, man. That was good. Yeah, my guess is you're not going to be selling any of those shoes. I couldn't get out.
That's Ernie driving too. It's so great.
What can I say? That was good. It was just in the way. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
Jet, you have no hops, brother.
He said, Jet, you have no hops, brother.
That's why. Oh my God. Oh man. There it is. There you go, baby.
All right, Kobe, you see what you started, man. I appreciate
Man,
you.
that is crazy. That is crazy, man. Hurting a little bit, man.
Oh my God. Thanks,
wow.
Thanks for hanging out with us, man. We appreciate you. Nice game.
You're very welcome.
And we'll catch up to you down the road.
Kenny Smith. Right, man. It's not that funny, man. One more time.
Oh, they did some wild shit on their show, man. Oh my God. Oh, they did some wild shit on their show. Was this back to the beginning again? Yeah. I think that was back to the beginning.
But they do have some big old women, though.
Yeah, okay. And then look, somebody put, we traded that for this. Oh, man. What a fun show. So much fun. So, yeah, that's off to ESPN now. ESPN/ABC. I don't know if it's going to be... Donna said, where did I find this? I'll post the link here, Donna. Hold on 1 second. I don't know if it's going to be the same. Here's the problem. Here's my concern about... Hey, much love, Mina. Thanks for hanging out, brother. My concern is that, I mean, you saw this with the Pat McAfee show for a bit, is that ESPN tried to neuter him. You know what I mean? They try to be like, well, you can't really do that or this, or they tried, and he was just like, I'll leave, man. I don't need this shit. I'll just go back to the interwebs. Like, you know, that's what corporate America does and is going to do. And TNT gave them the ability and kind of free reign to do what they wanted to do. I just feel like every time ESPN gets something, they ruin it. Even the stuff that they built, like SportsCenter, they just over commercialize shit. They run it into the ground. They don't know when to just leave well enough alone. Like TNT was smart. You know what I mean? TNT had the formula. They let Ernie and Kenny and Shaq and Charles be themselves. They added just enough, you know, production and other like nuanced stuff to it. But the stars were the guys. And they let them be the stars. But they didn't try to overcomplicate shit. But that is what ESPN is notorious for. It's like, oh, this works? Well, let's make it worse by trying to make it better. And not only that, but then let's commercialize it and ruin it. Let's try to make it to where there's more sponsorships and more money that we try to make and all of this shit and just fucking ruin it. And I feel like that's what's going to happen. So I posted the link, by the way, to the thread if you want to go watch it on X. Those are all some of the greatest moments. That's what we just watched. So there's the thread, Donna, on both Twitch and on YouTube. And by the way, I didn't say it, but John Dorier, man, thank you for resubscribing for 36 months, brother. Much appreciated. Same to Keith Sager, man. Thank you for resubscribing for 40 months. You guys are the titties. Much appreciated. But yeah, I just get that feeling, man. I just get that feeling that ESPN's gonna ruin it. It's what they do. I mean, you look at how fun SportsCenter used to be. A SportsCenter was appointment viewing. I mean, back when Dan Patrick and Keith Olbermann did it, and then like Stuart Scott did it, it was like you couldn't miss. You didn't want to miss SportsCenter. You just didn't want to miss it. One, you wanted the highlights and the scores, but you wanted the humor and the jokes and all of that stuff to go with it. And then they just make it worse and worse and worse. It's just not going to be good if they do that. Amos said, I've heard Barkley say earlier today, they won't even have rights to clips of the game. Yeah, they will. Because I think I think that they have access because they have a partnership with the NBA. So as long as they have a partnership with the NBA, then they can get access to the clips. Or let's see, Barkley says inside the NBA won't be able to show highlights. Says inside the NBA taped a pilot for what the show will look like on TNT without any NBA rights. We won't have basketball highlights. We taped a pilot about a month ago and it was the stupidest shit I've ever seen in my life. Oh. He noted the pilot episode they filmed was poorly received and that the show might be airing against NBA games. Barkley has also mentioned that while the O'Neal Smith Johnson will be working for ESPN 1/3 to half the time, they will also be involved in this alternative inside the NBA show on TNT. Barkley's statement highlights his belief that inside the NBA show's core appeal lies in the analysis of game highlights. Yeah, that's wild because I thought that that's the new TNT NBA show. So yeah, he's not ripping the ESPN one. He's ripping the new TNT one. Charles Barkley agreed to work for at least 2 more years with ESPN and TNT. This is according to Awful Announcing. Charles Barkley agreed to work for at least 2 more years with ESPN and TNT, but still doesn't know what he's going to be doing. With the Eastern Conference Finals coming to an end, so did NBA on TNT. Discovery lost NBA game rights for TNT, ending their 35-year partnership. Inside the NBA, however, will live on next season through a licensing agreement with ESPN. And after nearly a year of Barkley hesitating to publicly commit to the next installment of Inside the NBA, he finally agreed to the deal. Barkley joined the Dan Patrick Show Monday morning and said he committed to doing 2 more years with TNT and subsequently ESPN. But with Inside the NBA set to air on ESPN, TNT is building a show featuring Barkley, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Ernie Johnson that will air on their network. And according to Barkley, it's not going well. We taped a pilot about a month ago, and it was the stupidest shit I've ever seen in my life. Charles Barkley discusses the plan for Inside the NBA on TNT, despite not having the rights to NBA footage. That's what I was saying. ESPN definitely has the rights. First of all, they show highlights on SportsCenter. They have the rights to run everything. TNT, on the other hand, / Discovery, lost their rights. So not only do they not air games, they can't run highlights. So that's the problem. Now, there is the fair use, which I think you can do up to like 10 or 12 seconds, but that's it. But that's not gonna work. So I don't know how they're gonna get around it. And this is his quote. We're probably going to work on ESPN 1/3 or half the time, but they're trying to do something stupid on TNT, which is a stupid idea for a couple of reasons. Number one, we won't have basketball highlights, but also we're probably going to be going up against an NBA game. And anybody who likes basketball, they're not going to say, hey, you know what? Let me turn off the NBA game on Amazon, ESPN, or NBC to go watch these four dudes sit around and talk about nothing. We taped a pilot doing stupid stuff, and it was just stupid stuff. I wouldn't want to go out like that. He said, I'll give TNT credit. They didn't say it was an awful pilot, but I guess they want to feel like they're doing something to make us earn our money from TNT. Barker said the new installment of Inside the NBA will be called Inside the NBA on ESPN ABC, and told Patrick the pilot for TNT was called Inside the NBA. But Outside the NBA might be a better name for the pending TNT show. You know the thing about what's hilarious about it, Dan? We didn't have any NBA. We can't show highlights. So yeah, that's the thing. ESPN you can. Not on TNT. Also, NBA is going to do NBC. Yeah. SportsCenter was never interesting. I think Barkley and crew will change the business. SportsCenter was very interesting, I thought. I loved it. Loved it. But yeah, if you don't have a deal like to air games, or you don't get like a licensing deal with them, you can't show the highlights. Period. So, like the news and stuff will do licensing through certain licensing deals, or they'll have like a gentleman's agreement where, okay, you know, ABC can show clips from CBS, NBC, ESPN, whatever, and vice versa. So they'll do like we'll give you rights to ours, you give us rights to yours type deal. And in some cases, you'll get licensing through your deals with the NBA or your deal with, so like if ABC is running games through its parent company, Disney, who's running ABC and ESPN games, well then SportsCenter can show all the highlights they want. Right? But if you're just a random ass show on a random ass station that has no affiliation with anybody that's associated with the NBA or anything, you can't really do that. There is fair use, but I think fair use is something like less than 10 seconds, which is why on the news, a lot of times you'll see a 10-second clip or less, I think. Let's see. Fair use and sports highlights. Using sports highlights and online content can be a tricky copyright issue, but fair use can sometimes provide a legal defense. Fair use allows limited use of copyrighted material for purposes like commentary, criticism, news reporting, and educational use. For sports, this means you might be able to use short clips of highlights to discuss a game, analyze a play, or criticize a referee call. That's according to the Public Citizen. But that says online. I don't know about over-the-air broadcast. So, I don't know. Fair use is a legal defense, not a guarantee. Using a highlight clip to illustrate a point about a player's technique is an example of fair use. So is using a clip of a referee call to discuss its fairness. Using a highlight to report on the outcome of a game or a player's performance, or using a highlight in a parody or satire is all fair use. Fair use is more likely when you use short, relevant clips rather than lengthy portions of the original footage. Yeah, like I said, I think if you keep it to like 10 or 15 seconds, that's usually like a general rule. Non-commercial use, transformative use, or purpose. the amount copied. So, yeah. Anyways. Anywho. Okay. I found this to be funny. Let me see if I can find it again. Close the group, jackass. Close it. There we go. Ooh, I gotta pee. I may have to take a quick little pee break, folks. Close that. Close that. Close that. Close that. I didn't see this. This was a headline that popped up May 30th. Pelican Zion Williamson accused of rape in a lawsuit denies claims. Williamson was accused of rape and domestic violence in a civil lawsuit filed in Los Angeles Superior Court late Thursday by a woman who said she dated him for almost 5 years. Woman identified as Jane Doe in the lawsuit is seeking an unspecified amount of damages from Williamson. In the lawsuit, she alleged that Williamson repeatedly raped her, hit her, kicked her, and made her fear for her life in several instances before their relationship ended in June of 2023. She also alleged that Williamson falsely imprisoned and stalked her, threatened to kill her, and that he had a pattern of abusive, controlling, and threatening behavior. Jeez. Williamson denied the allegations in a statement through his attorney. The allegations contained in the complaint are categorically false and reckless. Man. Williams, according to the lawsuit, also said he would threaten to have his security guard shoot the woman in the head at a time when the security guard was with him and carrying a loaded gun. The lawsuit said that Williamson also threatened to have a security guard kill her parents. Told her that he knew their home address. This is crazy, man. That's wild. Those are some crazy allegations. That's going to be something to keep your eye on for sure. That is outstandingly not provocative, not egregious. What's the word I'm looking for? God, I can't think of the word. Extreme. Like, those are all extreme. 5 years. Yeah. Williamson played for Duke for one season before becoming number one pick. And it says, according to the complaint, Williamson's agent picked her up at a hotel and drove her to his home. When he came home later that night, he said the woman could not go to sleep without having sex with him. When she refused, according to the lawsuit, Williamson pinned her down on the bed. He did so again, said several weeks later after she had considered leaving to go see a friend and then took the phone and laptop. Man. It's the same chick that tried to blackmail him a few years ago. That's crazy, man. Well, it's going to enter the system. So, hopefully. I mean, it's in the system now. It's obviously a lawsuit, a civil suit. Not a criminal suit, a civil suit. That is the one thing that I always find perplexing about these cases. Yeah. Well, this said the assaults, it says the woman said that Williams repeatedly sexually and physically assaulted her through 2023. She also said Williamson filmed her without her consent, and when she tried to break up with him, he said he would disseminate the nude photos and videos of her. Excuse me. And then the relationship ended in June of 2023. But yeah, she had dated him for almost 5 years. is so the thing that's perplexing is, and again, it's not easy. It's certainly not easy to come forward with allegations like this, but I just don't understand, I guess, as a man. It's obviously harder to wrap my head around, but why not go to the cops, right? Why not file criminal charges? She tried to blackmail him with revenge porn when he cut her off last time. I do remember that. Yeah, I do remember the revenge porn thing. But again, go to the cops, man. But that's part of what women face. It's easier said than done sometimes. So there is a video I want y'all to see. And I don't know. Let's see. It was fucking hilarious. Here it is. Found it. So Eastern Conference Finals, as you know, have been decided. And your Eastern Conference Finals MVP, if you didn't know, was not Tyrese Halliburton. Nay, I say. It was not Tyrese Halliburton. It was Pascal Siakam. But Tyrese Halliburton didn't think that it was going to be Pascal Siakam winning the award. He certainly thought it was going to be himself. And there's a pretty embarrassing video of Tyrese Halliburton coming forward to get the award when nope. So here it is. Check this out. This is Tyrese Halliburton thinking he's about to win the award, the Larry Bird Award, which is the Eastern Conference Finals MVP. All right. If you haven't seen this is hilarious. So here's the presentation, and you'll hear Ernie Johnson talking. And is it Ernie Johnson? No, it's not. It's not Ernie Johnson. My bad. It's whoever. But check this out. This is hilarious.
This is the Larry.
Oh, it is Ernie Johnson.
Bird Trophy. It goes to the MVP of the Eastern Conference Finals. And that MVP is Pascal Siakam. This is the Larry Bird Trophy.
Bro. Y'all.
It goes to the MVP of the Eastern Conference Finals.
So if you can't see, right there, center screen, to the left of that kid in the yellow shirt, pointing at his chest. I'll zoom in here. I'll even zoom in. Let's zoom in. That fella right there. That's Tyrese Halliburton on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. And he thinks he's won the Eastern Conference Finals MVP.
And that MVP is Pascal Siakam.
What?
The Larry Bird Trophy.
I love it so much.
Of the Eastern Conference Finals.
Houseway.
And that MVP is Pascal Siakam. This is the Larry Bird Trophy.
I can't get enough. Oh my God, I can't get enough of it. I just can't get enough of it.
Is Pascal Siakam.
Oh my God, it's so great.
It goes to
It's
the
so
MVP
great.
of the Eastern Conference Finals.
It really is.
And that MVP is Pascal Siakam. This is the Larry Bird Trophy.
Are we done? Do I have to stop? Do I have to stop? Because I just love it too much.
Of the Eastern Conference Finals. And that MVP is Pascal Siakam.
All right, that's enough.
This is the Larry Bird Trophy.
Oh, jeez. He really goofed. How embarrassing. Like, wouldn't you just kind of play the back and just kind of be like, oh, what? I thought they were just going to give this to me. I can't believe. Lou Williams shared his thoughts on the snub. Let's see. He said this could have gone either way, right? It was a 5-4 vote. According to Williams, Siakam quietly delivered in the playoffs, especially against the Knicks. Williams also reflected on the award moment during the MVP ceremony right after the Pacers. It was kind of funny to see Tyrese feel like he was about to walk up there and receive that award, but it could have gone either way. I was one vote away from getting this trophy, but it was well-deserved for Pascal Siakam as well. Yeah. It is funny. And it take nothing away from what Tyrese Halliburton did. Because honestly, I mean, make no mistake. The Pacers aren't here without Tyrese Halliburton. Facts. They're not here without Tyrese Halliburton. So, you know, we can make fun of him all we want for that other stuff. But he did the damn thing. I mean, they owe being here in the first place to him. Now, still, you got to kind of not be so cocky that you do some silly shit like that, because that just looks bad. But I'm here for it. I'm here for it. All right. What time is it? 4:35. Okay, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to pee real quick, and then we're going to come back and finish up the show, because we're going to do this dark web thing. I want y'all to check this out. It's kind of a crazy story. It's kind of a crazy thing that I found in my emails, but it talks about your data on the dark web. Hey, what up, Joe Pro? I think everybody's giving up on the show, buddy. Got 14 people watching, 16 people watching. We were rocking and rolling when I was showing NBA on TNT highlights, but now everybody has bailed. It's amazing. That didn't deserve a horn. So we're gonna take a break. I'm gonna go pee and come back. And for those of you that I love that have stuck around, we'll talk about this data on the dark web thing, and then we'll wrap up the show and get out of here for the day. All right. So, hey, what up, Jacob? Appreciate you, buddy. So we're going to be back right after this. Be real quick. I promise. Real quick break. Just let me pee, and then I'll come back and we'll finish up the show. So don't go anywhere. This is Barry on Deck. I'm your host, Barry Laminex. Stick around, bitches.
I got your bitch. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. They are to be ashamed. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Look at here. There you go. They're out here sharing marijuana. Look at here. There you go. The same old
There you go. Welcome back. Thank you, Joe Pro. Welcome back to the show. Thank you for those of you that stuck around. So last topic right over there, you can see it. This came up in a post. Hold on, let me find this dumbass dirty bitch. It was, let's see, here we go. It says, delete yourself part 2. Your personal data on the dark web. How many of you guys have ever, I mean, pretty much all of us have probably been a part of some sort of data breach. A while back on this fine program, I told y'all about a thing called Have You Been Owned, or PWNED, Have I Been Owned? Excuse me, which was a website you can join where it'll tell you every time your information is part of a data breach. You can sign up for it and get alerts. So I don't remember what episode that was, but we talked about it. I gave you the info. But this article on the Wall Street Journal, it talks about your data on the dark web. Where the fuck? Oh, you raggedy bitch. What the fuck? How you gonna just not show me the article now, you motherfucker? I hate this so much. I swear before God. Oh my God. Let me see. Hold on. Let me sign into the Athletic maybe. All this build up, and then this motherfucker just gonna lock me out now. You can't read shit nowadays without paying. It's oh, I'm logged in too. Boy, that drives me nuts. So yeah. Okay. Well, so much for that article. Yeah, I used to just be regular Joe Pro. I'm on my 3rd or 4th identity now. Yeah, bro, that's crazy. Hold on, let me see if I can get one more way to get to this article. Okay, well, go fuck yourself, Wall Street Journal. I'm not paying to read shit. I'm just not doing it. All right, well, it says how to lock down your finances and online accounts after a data breach spreads your information to the secret corners of the internet. But really what I wanted to talk about was like the data breaches themselves. So like, it's crazy because I haven't had my whole identity stolen. But it seems like once you're in one, for fuck's sake, you end up on so many. Because once I started getting like notifications of having like, oh, your data has been added on this website or that website, bro, it's just one after the other. And I think part of the problem is like, some websites are like, oh, we had a data breach and they got everybody's email address. 9 times out of 10, your email address has already been stolen like 50 times over. And you're going to get spam email no matter what. And I don't give a fuck at this point. Google does a pretty decent job of filtering out spam messages or whatever. It's when they start stealing your like usernames and passwords, that's when it really starts to get fucking scary. Because some of y'all do a really shitty job of not like changing your passwords and making them different for every account. So if somebody gets your password for one thing, they've got it for everything. And somebody had given me a tip one time. They were like, well, what you do is you come up with a formula so that like you do the password the same way. In other words, let's say keep it up, say keep a low credit score and no one will want to steal it. Well, that's one way, but how will they know until they steal it, Dubs? Joe Bro said, yeah, whoever stole me was very disappointed. Joe Bro said, in related news, fuck Wells Fargo, fuck the USPS, and fuck PayPal too. And if you're down with them, then fuck you too. Like, I had this one person, she told this to a room full of people. I think this was when I was in real estate. She said, here's a pro tip for your password management. And as a former IT guy, I just cringed. She said, this is what you do. She said, like, let's say that you want to come up with a password for every account, and it's supposed to be different. You know, it should be different. Best practice says. She says, so what you do is you just take a random set of numbers. We'll just go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the semicolon, because you have to have usually a character in every password. And then she says, what I'll do is for every website, I just use that website name, add 1, 2, 3, 4 semicolon, and that's the password. I'm sorry, what? Yeah. So like Wells Fargo, her password would be something like Wells 1, 2, 3, 4 semicolon, or Fargo 1, 2, 3, 4 semicolon. That way, it's different than when she logs on to we'll use Joe Bro's PayPal, because PayPal's password is PayPal 1, 2, 3, 4 semicolon. And I'm just like, please don't tell people to do this. This is what she told a room full of people. This was her big password hack thing. I was like, oh God. No, don't do this. Don't do this. Because if you fucking tell, like, when people do this, if people do this, then all that's going to happen is if their one account gets hacked, then they're going to know, oh, well, then all you got to do is just go to all her other shit, and now you know all her fucking passwords. The fuck are you doing? Amos, what's her name? I'm trying to see something. Joe Bro, 1, 2, 3, 4. Holy shit! That's the same combination as my luggage. Spaceballs reference. I love it. Oh, her name was Amy. I'm not going to tell you the rest. Jackass. I do know it, though. I should try and just see if I could get into her shit one day. That would be hilarious. And then I'd be arrested. That wouldn't be good. That would be no bueno. Not good. No bueno. Yeah. She was like, this is the secret to managing your passwords. But now, to be fair, she didn't use 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just throwing that out. But she would use use your last 4 of your social. Or just use a random combination of digits. You could just use 2570. Yeah, bitch. But then she was like, but all you got to do is just always use 2570 and it's easy to remember. So yeah, it'll be Fargo 2570 semicolon. It would be USPS 2570 semicolon. It would be PayPal 2570 semicolon. That was her big password trick. I was like, bitch, once they get one, they got them all. What? Joe said, mine got stolen. The UPS truck carrying my income tax paperwork got broken into. Ooh. That's fucking maddening, dude. That's maddening. Yeah, Alex said when you get that scam call from overseas and their name is Mike. Yeah, when they got that real thick Indian accent. Hello, my name is Mike. You're like, no, bitch, I don't think your name is Mike. No, it is. No, it is not. Hello, this is Pete. No, yeah, exactly, Flip. Hello, my name is Pete. No, it is Patel, maybe, not Pete. Our CEO texted a lady in accounts payable today asking her for a favor. And she fell for it. Oh, Jesus. Oh, no. CC. They say that I remember this from my days in IT. The easiest way to hack is human hacking. It's the easiest way into a network. Human hacking. It's so much easier to hack a network using a big dumb person than it is to try to hack a router or a computer or get in through like a backdoor with a virus. You just call up Cheryl and you're like, hey Cheryl, this is Frank over in shipping and receiving, and I just need you to do me a favor real quick. So what'd she do, Cece? Alex, you're a dick. CEO, you ain't got no job, man. What did she give the hacker? You said she fell for it. What'd she send him? What did she like? I gotta know. Like, what did she do? People are dumb, though. That was always, social engineering was the easiest way to get into a network. It was always just like, hey, my name is Bobby. I am with McAfee Antivirus. And I was like, what? That's not how that works. It's true. And then they would just get them to let me log onto your computer and fix your antivirus. Just reported that you're having a problem. Well, shouldn't our IT do that? Oh no, we're contracted out. It's fine. We're contracted out. We're going to take care of it. All I need is your logon credentials. And I can just log into your remotely and do it. Just that simple. Just that simple. It's crazy. Wow. Gift cards, huh? What's the last 9 digits of your social security? All right, so I just need some information. And in order to make this more secure, I'm going to need your social security number. But in order to make it more secure, don't give it to me all at once. So first, you're going to give me the last 4. Okay. Yep. And then go ahead and give me the first 6. And then that way it's secure. Does that make it? Yes, 100%. That way it's not all at the same time. It's 2 separate things. with her personal credit card. Oh dear. What's her name? I want to check something out. I'm with Amos on this. Target has their shorts on sale. And yeah. I could, yeah. People are dumb, man. Telling you. Social engineering. Easiest way into a network. By far. I think that's all I had for today. Robert's not here. I wanted to ask him how the show went at Hopscholar. We had a banger of a show. Let me tell you, before we go, what happened in that regard. Because nobody else here went, I don't believe. But, so this Hopscholar show, I have pretty much booked out Hopscholar through the end of the year. Sorry, I've got shit hanging off my nail. Like skin and stuff. I was like, I'm in security as long as you didn't give me your password. I don't give a fuck. King Robert mentioned something about the show on Discord. No, he mentioned something about another show. Yeah, he went and watched another show. It wasn't mine. That was like I think Jesse Payton produced that show. It was like Jesse and Trey and Nathaniel and somebody else, if I'm not mistaken. I think. Unless he mentioned mine as well, which would be nice. Oh, okay. Yeah, he did. He said, miss you, but hey, hope you're having a great time. Yeah, so that's what I was going to say. I bet you're freaking out for the Hopscholar show. Yeah, so this is what happened. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Guys, I just saw this. I just saw the news about BZH. Wait a minute. What? Okay. Oh. I just saw this, deckheads. What? Hold on. So... I just saw that BZH just lost his wife. Unbelievable. He said, good morning, deckheads. I'm not one to ever ask for help, but I think I'll need some for the next few weeks. I lost my wife suddenly on Friday, and I'm not ready to raise my boys alone. A family friend started what's called a meal train. The link is below. If you can help out in any way, it's much appreciated. If not, I completely understand. Holy shit. Okay, well, we're going to have to rally on this. I'm going to get with Jen. We're going to have to rally on this. What the fuck? Wow. Okay. That is terrible news. Just got back from the funeral home and we get a year of free counseling. God, that is shocking news. Yeah, so, well, all right. So I'm going to get with Jen. We're going to get that figured out. Have to. Y'all know how we do. We're going to rally on that for sure. So yeah, I'll get with Jen on that and we'll get something started for sure. Some sort of fundraiser and get that donated for his goal was $2,500. He's at $2,190. So I know we can get him to his goal as a community, but no, we can't. 100%. But I was going to say for the Hop Scholar show, it was crazy because, of course, I'm not in town this weekend. I'm on the road, or this past weekend I was not on the road, but I was out of town for my birthday. Well, this was the little show that couldn't, because first things first, the first headliner that I had booked for this show canceled on me about 2.5 weeks ago. He was originally supposed to do the show and he canceled. I was like, okay, no problem. So I booked a backup headliner, and I had booked, I think I told you guys, I had booked, the headliner's name was Kristen Lindner, and I had told you that I kind of booked the same show that I had worked with at a show that I did for Billy where I emceed his room. I'm in the hill country, chilling. I'm in a car headed, I don't know where the fuck we were going. I think, we were sitting there eating lunch after picking strawberries. And I get a text that says, "Oh, hey, Barry, I'm sick. I think I have food poisoning. I don't think I'm going to be able to make the show." It's the headliner. 4 hours before showtime. 4 hours. I'm not there. I'm in a whole other ass city. I was like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. 4 hours before the show, she's like, "I think I have food poisoning. I'm sick. I'm probably not going to be able to make it. I've already started putting out feelers for other comics, but I might be able to make it. I'll let you know." I was like, nah, I ain't playing that. I can't just, maybe you make it, maybe you don't. So you're out. Also, I'm not going to let you book the room. That's my job, and I'm very picky about who I put on stage. So thanks, but no thanks. I'll take care of it. Get well soon, but this is where this transaction ends. You're out. All of my best. Well, I don't wish ill on you. Sucks that you're sick, but I got to go because I got a show to fucking book. 4 hours. 4 hours before the fucking showtime. God, did they eat 2-week-old spaghetti? So I call my girl, Keisha Hunt. I email her. I'm kind of like, man, I'm looking around. I'm like, fuck, man. And I had just worked with Keisha not too long ago. And I'd been wanting to book her in the room. So I messaged Keisha and I'm like, "Hey, man, you free?" And I didn't think she would be free. She was free. And I was like, "Yo, you free?" She was like, "Yes." I was like, "What?" I was like, "You want to do the room?" She was like, "Yes." So I booked Keisha to do the room. And admittedly, I was a little nervous. So this was already going to be the first time that we'd ever had a female feature and a female headliner at the same time in Hop Scholar. And I know that doesn't sound like a big deal, but you got to remember, comedy fans are bitches, and they get fickled over stuff like that. And there's this stigma that females aren't funny, which is bullshit. It's always been bullshit. And I don't subscribe to that, which is why when I book, I don't give a fuck about none of that. If I think you're funny, I think you're funny. I'll book you however in the fuck I want to book you. Okay? I don't care that it's females, and I don't care that it's whatever. But this was going to be the first time that we had two females feature and headline on the same show. Well, this also turns out now that this was going to be the first time that we ever had an all-black show. Because the MC that I had replacing me was Adam Bob. He's black. The feature act, Corliss, she's black. And now Keisha Hunt was going to be closing out the show. Because Kristen Lindner was white. But now she gets sick. So I booked Keisha. Because I'm not thinking about it. I'm just like, I just need somebody funny to go in and crush. She says yes. I'm like, cool. And then I'm like, oh, wow. This is going to be two firsts. The first feature headliner, all woman feature headliner show. And the first all black show at Hop Scholar in the Spring Woodlands area. We'll see. They fucking murdered is what I'm told. That it was fucking killer. Which I had no doubt. I don't book scrubs. I heard that they fucking killed, destroyed. I was like, yeah, that's what I do. I only book beasts. Have to. That's what the reputation of the room is. That's what Hop Scholar's reputation is for the show. But I was like, good. Because I was like, when I told Megan, the manager that runs the bar, I was like, well, this is going to be a couple of firsts. She was like, oh, I bet the regulars are going to say some snotty shit. I was like, let them say some snotty shit. I bet they don't say some snotty shit next month when it's all white, straight white men. Fuck them hoes. So, but they destroyed. And on top of that, not only was it an all-female feature headliner show, an all-black show, it was a lesbian headliner. Fucking, we were breaking all kind of barriers. Fucking crushed it. I was so happy for her. No, not Megan Thee Stallion, you dumbass. Hey, Mines, what's up, man? Mine said, Barry, over 6 months ago, we were talking about the NBA draft and how you thought, besides the Knicks getting Patrick Ewing, the NBA is never and never will rig the draft. This was in response to when I said the NBA will do anything in their power to make sure Cooper Flag goes to a big market. Now that we have seen the Mavs get the first round pick after everything that happened with the Luka trade and the 1.7%, I want to know if you still believe that. Yes, I still believe that. 100%. 100%. Yes. I still believe that. I don't believe that it was rigged. 100%. I think you're grasping at straws. 100%. Because I explained this on the show the day after. No, I'm not suspicious at all. I'll explain it again before we get out of here. Here's why I'm not suspicious, Minds. Once again. And the reason is, do you honestly believe that the other 29 owners, GMs, and coaches would just let something like that go, first of all? Oh, you want to give a generational talent to the Mavs and reward their dumbass and bad behavior? Yeah, go ahead. We don't care. Sure, we're just over here struggling, but yeah, go ahead. No problem. Not only that, you're going to let San Antonio creep up in there after they just had back-to-back rookies of the year? Sure, do that too. By all means. Why not? Oh, and you want to put Cooper Flag in the West? Well, hell yeah, do that. When the East hadn't had a number one pick or a great draft, or a dominant one in forever, of course. By all means. Let's keep just making the East worse and worse and worse. Of course this is good for the NBA. Who gives a fuck about New York? I mean, if you're going to do it, then of course we're going to do it to a not Chicago, to a not New York, not Brooklyn, not Philly. Yeah, we're going to do it to Dallas. Where's the logic in that? If they're going to rig the system, they're going to rig it for New York, for Philly, for an East Coast, Eastern Conference team to, one, balance out the power, balance out the NBA, and give bigger markets than Dallas a chance and put them in the limelight, put them in the spotlight. Why would they give it to Dallas when Brooklyn and Philly and all of those teams out on the East Coast are just fucking dying for a generational talent like Cooper Flag, or so people think he's going to be? It's a ridiculous notion that they would go, oh, you know who we need to prop up? You know who we need to make better? Fucking Dallas. That's what's going to make the NBA really make a lot of money, is putting Cooper Flag in Dallas, Texas. Not New York, not Philly, not Boston, not Jersey, not Brooklyn, not none of that. Nope, it's Dallas. And then, again, give San Antonio a great pick like that. None of that fucking makes sense. None of it. None of that makes sense. And lastly, and then I'm out on this, Just go look at the genuine shock and surprise and adulation in that draft room in Dallas. You really think they react like that if they knew that shit was coming? They were freaking the fuck out. They were losing their mind. Now, granted, they probably would have hammed it up for the cameras. That was genuine, brother. That was genuine surprise and adulation at getting the number 1 pick and relief after a franchise that just went through what it went through by trading Luka. That was, oh, thank God we needed that. Whew. Boy, did we need that. But it wasn't. Yeah, the NBA fixed that for us. Yes. It was, oh God, thank God. Woo! Thank the fucking Lord. That's what it was, which is genuine shock, genuine surprise, not a rigged system. That's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. Fans always want to go to, it's rigged when it doesn't go your way. It's stupid. You know what it is? It's very fan of you to say that. Quite frankly, Mines, and I love you, buddy, but it's childish. Just because you don't get your way and your team doesn't get the number 1 pick or Sacramento or whoever, it's childish, bro. And guess what? The NBA is now built to not reward tanking. And this is also why it's called the lottery. There's ping pong balls floating around in there, bro. Every now and then, one's just going to randomly pop up that's not supposed to. That's just how it goes, brother. You might only have 1.7% odds, but it's still not 0. So you're telling me there's a chance. Again, the NBA is not rewarding Dallas for anything. If they're going to fix the system and rig it, it's going to be for markets on the East Coast where they'll make way more money in a basketball city. Dallas ain't even a basketball town. It's a football town. The fuck would they rig that? Makes no sense. None. All right. As our old friend Charlie Pillow would say, fan is an abbreviation for fanatic. That is correct. Much love, Flip. What do you mean they would rig it for Dallas to ensure that the Lakers stay popular with Luka and compensate the Mavs with the first round pick? That is a ridiculous statement. They would not do that. Yeah, exactly, Amos. I don't think Kyrie blew his Achilles out so they could get Cooper Flag. Oh, preposterous. Absolutely he did. So crazy. So crazy. Thank you, Alex. Much love, brother. The amount of shit that that had to happen for that to line up, but it's all rigged. Swarm! All right. I'm gonna go. Love you, Minds. I love all your ridiculous takes. I love everybody's ridiculous takes. Hey, much love, Joe Pro. I'm gonna go weed eat my ditches after I make some dinner. And in the meantime, I gotta get on this BZH 420 happenings. I'm gonna message Jen and figure out what the heck is happening here. We gotta get on this. One of our own needs us. We gotta figure it out. All right. Much love to you guys. We'll see y'all soon. Oh. Looking at catching up on the Discord. Damn. What happened to Alex being on the way? What happened to your glass? Is that your shop? Jeez, people are such assholes. Hope you got that resolved. Bunch of dicks. Yeah, talk to Josh, 713 Hooligan. I can get you his number if you need it. All right, love you, CC. But yeah, 713 Hooligan. He can get you hooked up. He'll do it. All right. I'll get back with y'all about BZH 420. In the meantime, love you guys. Be safe. Be kind. Most importantly, love each other. See y'all tomorrow. Bye. And he's making a YouTube video.